Hey guys, welcome back to the Mosquito Review channel. So today I will be sharing with y'all why I believe you should read this audiobook. Here on my channel, I believe that there must be a good plot and interesting characters, but most of all, I believe that we should learn something from it. In this case, it is a message about conflicts and relationships. The audiobook I will be sharing and reviewing today is titled Monster by Catherine Lim. Each of the main characters have a unique personality. One of the reasons I find this book a good read, it's not really a book, but it's an audiobook. There is Old Grandmother, Sai Kong, and Karen. The audiobook starts off with the creaking sounds of an old bed, one which Old Grandmother is lying on. She seems to be a little paranoid, as even though the whole family has gone out, she immediately perks up and fixates her eyes on the door when she thought she heard someone, but lies back down in relief, remembering that no one was home. She seemed to be upset at her family, as they seemed to try and rid all of her belongings, and they also argue with one another about whose turn it is to take her in. They think the old grandmother is unable to comprehend what they are saying, but she had been aware of it the whole time. Karen, her daughter-in-law, particularly dislikes old grandmother's bed and wants to be rid of it. As the story progresses, it is revealed that the reason why Karen dislikes old grandmother's bed is due to it being infested with bugs and is extremely dirty. Now, this part is probably a bit exaggerated, as judging from the way Karen is described, beautiful varnished nails, you can tell she's a bit of a perfectionist. As she talks to her husband Sai Kong, he does not pay much attention to Karen, drifting off into his own thoughts. Karen also boasts about her impeccable sense of color, speaking about the rooms in the house, such as the pearl pink room, which she probably painted. She proceeds to talk about how she cares for her old grandmother's health to trick Sai Kong into thinking that she actually is concerned about old grandmother's health, which was why she was so upset by old grandmother's bed. However, her true feelings become evident as she complains to her co-workers about how much she hated the old grandmother's bed, even calling it the monster. The story transitions back to old grandmother resting on a bed, where she dreams about the time when she was a young woman. She remembers about her experience of being on a ship and how she gave birth. She suddenly dreams about Karen destroying her bed and gets startled, waking up to see Karen, Sai Kong, and a doctor looking upon her. She is recommended by the doctor to go to the hospital and is later transferred, despite her being against it. Later, Karen is delighted to find out that the monster might be worth a large sum of money, as a businessman is collecting antique beds. At the end of the audiobook, Karen visits the hospital and meets with Sai Kong, where during old grandmother's final days, she planned to tell Sai Kong about her desire to sell old grandmother's bed. Personally, I feel that Karen is a selfish person, as she does not seem to actually care for old grandmother. This can be seen from how Karen tends to dispose all of old grandmother's items, and also from how during old grandmother's final days, she sees it as an opportunity to make money. Now, old grandmother isn't exactly the most hygienic person. 60 years? That bed must smell so bad by now. Sai Kong isn't exactly innocent here either. I feel that Sai Kong focuses more on himself than his family, which is also a tad selfish, as he ignores his wife when she speaks of such scenes. The main reason why I love this audiobook is because through all of the characters, it gives you the feeling of anger and sadness, and has the ability to bring out so many emotions in oneself. So guys, what do you think of this audiobook, and will you pick it up? Let me know in the comments, and see you all next time.